I'm Steve.
I'm Bobby.
And welcome to The Mix. Welcome back to The Mix, guys. Thank you guys for joining us so much. We really appreciate it. Listen, today we got a great episode for you, and we're going to keep up with the trend of talking about controversial issues like we like to do, you know, things that people like to sweep up under the rug. And this season, we're going to talk a lot about family and different type of family structures. Like, for example, Bobby and I, we have a blended family for some of you all that don't know that out there. But today we want to talk about a different type of family, right?
Absolutely. You know, when we first get married, we actually have a lot of expectations.
Right.
We buy into the social norms and we think about, you know, the fairy tale. Yeah. You get married, you marry your Prince Charming, especially women. I'll just talk from a lady's perspective. True. You know, we feel like we're going to marry our Prince Charming, we're going to spend 2 years honeymooning, and then we're going to start our families, and it's going to be perfect. We center our careers around when we're going to have kids and everything. But what happens when you finish traveling for those 2 years, you finish honeymooning, and you're ready to start planning your family, and you start trying, and then all of a sudden, boom, you hit a roadblock, and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm having trouble conceiving. What does that feel like? What do you do in that situation? Big deal. You know what? The National Infertility Association actually reports that 1 in 8 women, that's about 12.5% of women have trouble getting pregnant. Right. And the Mayo Clinic also states that 15%, up to 15% of couples that are trying to conceive have issues as well. And in that 50%, 60% of it is because of male issues. Guys, we have an amazing couple joining the set tonight. They're just going to share a little bit of their story, and I just cannot wait to hear what they have to say, right? Right, absolutely. I mean, listen, this guy has been like my brother for over half my life. Keishondra's been my sister for over half my life. So please welcome Labron and Keishondra to the set. Thank you. All right, good. I'm so glad you guys could join us on the mix today.
Glad to be here.
So glad. Cool. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it.
Yes. Okay, so Labron and Keishondra, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, tell us especially, what was your initial plan for starting a family and getting your life started as a married couple?
Well, I wanted to start right away.
Yeah, she did.
No honeymoon or anything.
No.
Yeah,
wow.
Just jump right in there.
Jump right into it.
Jump right in. Yeah.
And you know, me being a man, like, whoa, let's pump the brakes a little bit. You know, I was traveling a lot.
Yeah.
You know, early on in our marriage, and for about 3 years, and I didn't want to have a baby while I was on the road.
Yeah.
Because one of my coworkers did that and didn't see his son's first steps and things like that. So I didn't want to have that
experience. Talk to us about this singing career that you had that was just like so amazing. You know, had you touring out there. No, I'm just playing.
I mean, that's what happened. I mean, that's how I got
her. Yeah. No, okay, but seriously, you guys had careers and everything that you considered.
Yeah, definitely.
You had, okay, so you were, you know, setting aside time for when you were going to do it.
Yeah,
you did have a plan.
Yeah.
At some point, did you come together? I know you wanted to wait and you wanted to jump in, but at some point, you came up with a plan together, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When I got off the road and I was stable in my job, and we said, okay, we have enough money, we making good money, let's start, you know?
Yeah. And then we started, and it wasn't happening as fast as we thought
expected.
We expected.
Wow. So, guys, I mean, your story is, I mean, it's fantastic, and I mean, it's really phenomenal. So I just kind of want to dive into it. Number one, you know, tell us how long you guys been married, and like when around that season in your marriage when you guys realized that you guys may have to start exploring unconventional ways, you know, to have children.
Right.
So we've been married 11 years.
11 years.
And we really didn't decide on a different method to have kids until earlier this year, beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
But what made us come to that conclusion is that we had 4 losses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we had to come to a agreement to try something different.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Which was difficult getting there.
Yeah.
You know, because you think you have this, not only do women have a fairy tale, men have a fairy tale.
Yeah, let's talk. I like that. I like that because Bobby, when Bobby and I were talking about the show, she was constantly harping on the fairy tale that women have. And I didn't say anything, but I was like, man, we kind of want a fairy tale too. So talk about.
I think a lot of men have the idea of having someone, like, we always think boy, you know. We always think, I want a little me running around. My son, my circle. You know, that's what you picture.
I love it.
So, you know, for that to you know, for us to keep having loss after loss, it was like, no, I'm trusting God, you know.
Wow.
I'm trusting God. We're going to keep pushing and we're going to keep believing. You know, but I think at some point I had to realize is, God, I do believe you. So seriously, we had to seriously have a conversation. A real conversation, and honestly put it in his hands and take all the pressure off of us. You know, all the social conscience of where everybody else is. You know, 30 plus, 3 kids, blah, 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 blah.
I like that.
You know,
you're diving right into what I want to go a little bit deeper into. Social norms. How much did that play a part in, you know, what you guys were dealing with?
Well, it was hard for me because I was working in education for 11 years, and teachers left and right get pregnant like every day, almost. But what I think really affected us is when we have younger siblings. He has a younger brother, and I have a younger sister.
Wow.
And when they started having kids, it was rough.
Yeah, that was.
And it was crazy because me and my sister both, when she found out she was pregnant, I got pregnant too at the same time. But then I ended up losing that one. So it was hard. It's hard.
Yeah. It is hard, and you know, like, we've known each other probably
forever.
20 plus years.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so we have a really close knit and really huge network of friends that we look at each other like brothers. You know, and to see all of my brothers having kids, you know, that was tough. You know, I kind of turned. I went to a dark place for a while.
I mean,
you know,
who wouldn't?
And you know, I think it's kind of expected. You know, being in that situation, but I never let what was going on with me really fully be known to her, because I knew that she was going through even more than I was.
Wow.
You know, so I had to equate what was going on to, this is just life. You know, I had to realize and wake up, like, life is not perfect. You know, but it took 6-7 years to get to that place, you know.
Wow. So the question that I want to know, since this is the mix, you know, marriage in the new millennium, how did this affect your marriage? Like, just getting your hopes up and actually, you know, being pregnant and then losing pregnant. You said 4? I mean, how did that, did it pull you guys apart? Did it bring you guys together? Was there a blaming game? What was that like in the marriage?
I never blamed her.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's awesome.
You know, even when we got tested and I was, sperm count high, blah, 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 you know. I never blamed her because,
man, that's awesome, man.
This is my best friend.
That's what I'm
more than anything, I want to protect her more than anything. You know, I want to make sure she's okay. So when she's laid up in the bed in the hospital, and after all that, once I realized how much of a burden it was on her, you know, us the same fight over and over again to keep trying. It took me as the husband and as the man of our house to say, what is your fault in this? Like, what are you doing wrong to make her feel the way that she's feeling?
Wow. I felt a lot of pressure, you know.
Even though I'm not pressuring her, she still felt that pressure.
Yeah, because I'm the woman. It's my body. It's happening to me. So. But the thing that I think really helped us is when he said, "This isn't a deal breaker for me. I didn't marry.
Wait a minute. I just need you to repeat that.
I want to because
hear
that's deep. That's
yes,
deep. Because we go into the marriage, and like even we did it when we were engaged, and we were talking about deal breakers and things that we would, and you know, and that's deep.
But I want to hear what it felt like. You know, as a woman, I know there are certain things that we need to hear. That bring security to us.
Yeah,
and I know that in this situation, you know, just tell me about that moment when he said that to you and what it did for you.
I mean, it was everything.
Everything.
He just said, because, you know, it was one of my, because I was depressed for a while, and it was one of those days, there's certain things that could trigger you to make you remember what happened. And he was like, you know, this isn't a deal breaker for me. I didn't marry you for what you can give me. Yeah. I married you because I love you. Man, and that's literally. Okay, we need to look at this. You said that.
Yeah, take a bow.
Anyway. And for me, that lifted all the weight off my shoulders. Yeah. I immediately felt lighter because I'm like, you go be with somebody else.
Yeah. She told me that a lot.
Told me a lot. Marry somebody else.
That would make me angry hearing that, because I didn't understand why she couldn't see how much I love her and how much I'm not going nowhere. Like, we've been together 13 years. Yeah. Married for 11. Like, I'm not going nowhere.
That's dope, man. I love
you. You know, no matter how hard we fight, I still love her. I fight her because we fight together because I love her.
Yeah.
You know, because we're fighting for the love and we're fighting for our relationship.
Come on now. Come on, preach up.
And the Bible says.
I mean, great talk.
No, but seriously though, no, real talk though. The Bible does say love is patient.
Come on now.
And love is kind.
Yeah.
And love does not keep a record of past wrongdoings.
Yeah.
That's what the Bible says.
Yes.
So how can I call myself a man who follows God, loves God, if I don't show that to my wife?
I love
it. The simplest of things.
Yeah.
You know, love people say love is an emotion, but at the end of the day, it's an action.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, this is the part of our show where we like to ask BS, but instead of that special segment that we have where we turn it out there to the streets and we bring questions back in, we got a video that we want to share with you guys.
We've been together.
Started in 2004.
So
got married in 2006.
Yeah, so 13 years, and it'll be married 11 years in July.
11 years in July. Yeah.
I always tell her, and I tell people that it was love at first sight.
We were just talking about that this morning because he was like, I knew I loved you after 2 weeks. It went really fast. And you said, I love you. I was like, I love you too. After 2 weeks. Like, what are we doing? Now we're 11 years later.
11 years later.
It's
been tough.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Yeah. It's been a long process. Yeah.
It's been a lot of prayer, a lot of hurt.
A lot of stress.
A lot
worry.
Of guilt, a lot of shame.
Yeah.
A lot of hope.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Because you think you're like in it alone and like you're the only people going through it. And you're like, when is it going to happen for us? But then you're like, we are family. Yeah. Us too. We're family. You know, just because you don't have kids in that moment doesn't mean you're family.
It's one thing we had to emphasize in our relationship, that tomorrow's not promised, and that we have to make sure that we love each other,
right?
No matter what. Adoption means that we get the chance to be parents. We get to have our dream come true of not only, like I said, we are a family, but expanding our family.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't been an opportunity that we've had throughout our 11 years of marriage. It just gives us a chance to be in a place where I think God has called us to be.
Yeah.
And wants us to be.
I mean, who's to say I may pop up pregnant at 50 like Janet James? But this is the path that we've chosen, and I feel really good about it. Yeah. A lot of people may not understand.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's right for us.
For those who have given already, of course.
Yes.
Thank you. Everybody who shared.
Please share. Thank you.
Please continue to share, and we appreciate all your kind words and all the texts that we've got.
And even if you can't donate, just a prayer for us.
Yes.
I mean, anything and everything to us.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
So thank you, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Signing off.
Okay, so guys, final question. Guys, you just saw the video, and I want you to tell us, where are you exactly in the adoption process? Okay. And then share a couple of tips for the couple that may be experiencing the same thing.
Okay. Well, we're pretty early on in the process as well. It is a slow process, so we're just trying to build some funds up. We're getting ready to try to go through a home study. You got to pay for that, so and then apply for some grants and things like that. But for tips for people going through this, I say the biggest thing is to always remember who you're married to and why you married them. I think that's the biggest thing, because you didn't get married just on a whim. You chose that person for a reason. So when tough times come, make sure you guys lock in together and that you're with your best friend.
And seek help. Talk to people because it can get tough and you may not be getting along. So it's good to reach out for advice and to speak to someone.
Make sure you have a network, some type of, even if it's 1 or 2 people that you can talk to and spill your heart about. It helps.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with both of those things. So
absolutely, guys. So listen, like he said join the network. So listen, you guys just saw that special video, and if you guys if you find yourself in a situation just like this, and you guys want to sow a seed into somebody, please, you guys see the link. Please click on it.
Or if you were just inspired by how a man of God loves his wife and how a woman of God loves her husband, definitely sow into this couple. They're an amazing couple, and they're going to make amazing parents. Amazing.
So we love you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And look, thank you guys for joining the mix. We really appreciate it. This was a great episode. Hey, look, follow us on all our social media. Follow us here. Follow us there. Follow us everywhere. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you. See you again.